Hello friends, today we are going to see the dynamic programming problem for cutting the rod so that we get maximum profit. So let's see what is that. So if you are given the rod of length 5 and you can cut the rod in pieces of length either 1, 2, 3 or 4, then for each piece the profit is given to you. Means if you cut the rod in length 1 or in length 2 or of piece of length 3, then you will get the respective profits. So now you are given a question that you have to cut the rod into such pieces that you get the maximum profit. So let's see how to do that. We are going to use dynamic programming for this problem. So let's see. So this is the memoization matrix for our dynamic programming, and here the total length is specified and here the length of the pieces is specified, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The 0 length as of the piece and 0 length as the total length, these are hypothetical conditions. Means this is just a base condition for this program for writing the code. So let's see what does this memoization matrix mean. Each cell of this memoization matrix holds the profit. So profit for what? Now suppose you have the pieces of length 0, 1, 2. So for example, we are targeting this cell. Now suppose you have the pieces of length 0, 1, 2 and you want to make a total length of 1, then what is the maximum profit? So pieces of length 0, 1, 2 and you want to make a total length 1, then the profit is specified in this cell. So this is the meaning of each cell. For example, here, yes, this cell will give us the profit for making total length 4 if you have pieces of length 0, 1, 2, 3. If you have lengths of the pieces as 0, 1, 2, 3 and you want to make the total length 4, then the profit is mentioned in this cell. So this is the memoization matrix. Now let's solve the problem. So I will just clean it. Let's begin. See, if you have a piece of length 0 and you want to make the total length as 0, then how much profit you will get? Obviously 0, because there is nothing like a piece of length 0, that's just hypothetical. So all the cells in this row will be 0 because this is a hypothetical condition. And also the column, see, if you have length of the piece as 1 and you want to make a total length of 0, obviously you cannot take this piece of length 1 because you cannot make a rod of length 0. So all the column values will also be 0. This is the base condition for our program. Now let's solve. See, the first cell is this cell. Now if you have a piece of length 1 and you want to make a total length of 1, then how many pieces you can take? Yes, only one piece you can take of length 1 because you want to make a total length 1. So we will write the profit of that piece length that is specified here inside this cell. So the profit is 2. Okay, let's go ahead. If you have a piece of length 1 there and you want to make a total length 2, okay, means you have a rod of total length 2 and you can make pieces of length 1. You are allowed to make pieces of length 1 and you want to make total length 2. So how many pieces you will need? 2 pieces. So 2 pieces of 1 means the profit will be 2 plus 2, because see, for 1 piece the profit is 2. For 1 piece of length 1 the profit is 2, and you are making 2 pieces to make a total length 2. So for each piece the profit is 2. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Okay. Similarly for 3 you will need 3 pieces of length 1 to make a total length of 3, or in other words you can break the rod of length 3 into 3 pieces of length 1. Okay, so the profit will be 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6. For 4 it will be 8, and for 5 it will be 10. Now you understand. Okay, now let's go ahead. See, if you have a total length 1, means length of the rod is 1, and you want to make pieces of length 2 of that rod, you are allowed to make pieces of length 2 of this rod. Obviously it is not possible to make a piece of length 2 of a rod whose length is 1. So if the rod is of length 1, then we cannot make a piece of length 2. So this is not possible. This means the new piece of length 2. So I will tell you the meaning of new piece. What is new piece? So suppose till this row, till the upper row of 2, till this row you had the pieces of length 0 and 1. You were allowed the pieces of length 0 and 1. Now you have come to this row. This is the current row which we are filling right now. So the length in the current row, means the length of the piece for the current row, is the new piece, because now that piece is added to the set. See, in this set it was not there, now it is added. The current piece length is added here. So this is the new piece. Okay. Now see, this new piece is not going to affect on the profit, because the length of this new piece, this new allowed piece, is greater than the total length here. Okay, so this is not going to affect. This is not going to affect. This means if this is not going to affect, then this becomes the set 0, 1, means the previous set which was for the upper row. For the upper row the set was 0, 1. Set means the allowed piece length. So until this row 0 and 1 was allowed, till this row 0, 1, 2 is allowed. So that is the set. So that becomes the set of the upper row. When 2 is not useful, this 2 is not useful to make a rod of 1, or you cannot divide the rod of length 1 into a piece of length 2. So as the new piece is not going to affect on the profit, we are going to copy the profit from the above cell directly here, because this is same as you are allowed to use the pieces of length 0 and 1 to make a total length of 1. And this answer you can get from the above cell also, because the above cell mentions, this cell mentions the profit for making a total length of 1 by using pieces of length 0 and 1, which is the same. Yes, so because this piece 2 was not useful to make 1, we excluded this piece. Okay, now so we copied the value from the above cell. Let's go ahead. So now see, how can you make a total length of 2 by using a piece of length 2? Obviously, if you include that piece, then you can get profit of 5. And if you exclude that piece, means if you don't use that piece, see 0, 1, 2, this is the new coin now. This is our problem. We have to use the allowed pieces are 0, 1, 2 to make a profit of, to make a total length of 2. So as these are the allowed length, it is not compulsory that you have to use all these lengths. Okay, you can also not use this new length. So that's what I am saying here. Profit is equal to max of profit by excluding the new piece, comma profit by including the new piece. In some cases it may happen that the new piece, the new length, by including this new length you may get less profit than by excluding this new length. So you have to take max of excluding the new length and including the new length. I will show you how. See, 2 is equal to 2. So now you have come to this formula. Profit by excluding the new piece. Whenever we exclude the new piece, we directly take the value from the above cell. See, above cell. So 4. Okay. So this is the above cell. And profit by including the new piece. So if you include the new piece, that is of length 2, to make a total length of 2, the profit is 5. What is the max? 5 is the max, so that is the profit. Let's go ahead. Now to make a total of 3 by using pieces of length 0, 1 and 2. By using the pieces of 0, 1 and 2. Again, by excluding the new piece, what is the profit? If we exclude the new piece, then the profit is 6. And by including the new piece, see, if we include the new piece, that is 2. Now, if you use the coins 0, 1, 2, and out of that, if you include the coin 2 in cutting the rod, and you want to make a total length of 3, so total length is 3, and you have used a piece of length 2, means you have cut the rod into a piece whose length is 2. See, I am saying in both words the same thing. So what is the remaining length? The remaining length is 1, right? So once you have included this 2, means this piece of length 2, so the remaining length is 1 to make a total of 3. So the problem drills down to make a length of 1 by using coins 0, 1, 2. Means you have cut the rod into a piece of length 2, and the remaining length is 1, and you have to now decide what is the maximum profit to make a total length of 1 by using the pieces of length 0, 1, 2, or in other words, what is the maximum profit to cut down a rod of length 1 if you are allowed to make pieces of length 0, 1 and 2. What is the maximum profit? So let's see what is the answer for this. By using 0, 1, 2, if you want to make a total length of 1, then the profit is 2. So now when you include this 2, the profit is 5 plus this to make a total of 1. What is the profit? By using 0, 1, 2, by using 0, 1, 2 to make a total of 1, the profit is 2. 5 plus 2. The profit for remaining rod means the remaining length one. So 5 plus 2, that is 7. What is the maximum? 6, 7? 7 is the maximum. Okay, let's go ahead. So now you have a piece, you have the pieces of length 0, 1, 2 and you want to make a total of 4. So now by using these pieces, how can you make 4? So again, let's first exclude that piece, means we will not use this new piece. So what is the profit? 8 is the profit. Now include that piece. So if you include that piece, then what is the remaining thing? Yes. So what is the remaining length to make 4? 2 is the remaining length to make 4. And we are allowed to use pieces of length 0, 1, 2. Okay. Now by using 0, 1, 2 to make a total length of 2, what is the profit is 5. And for this piece of length 2, 5 is the profit, plus to make 2 by using 0, 1, 2, again 5 is the profit to make 2. Okay, so see, here are two things. First piece is of 2, its profit is 5, plus the remaining length 2 we have to make by using 0, 1 and 2 length pieces. So that profit is here 0, 1, 2 to make 2, that is 5. So I have written 5 here. 5 plus 5 is 10. What is the maximum? 10 is the maximum. Now I will tell you the shortcut for doing this. This is very simple. Just for explaining you, I have told you all this. Now I will go by the shortcut. You can do it within seconds. So by using pieces of length 0, 1, 2, you have to make a total of 5 now. Okay. So now first by excluding the new piece. So when you exclude the new piece, obviously the profit is from the above sale. This is the sale for which we are finding out the value, and the above sale is this. So the value is 10. Okay. Now include the new piece. When you include this new piece 2, the profit is 5 for that piece. Now for making a total of 5, see here, for making a total of 5, what is the remaining thing? If you include 2, then what is the remaining thing? 3 is the remaining thing. So by using 0, 1, 2, if you want to make a total of 3, means by using 0, 1, 2, if you want to make a total of 3, the profit is 7. You just have to add that 7. Okay. In other words, see, you have to make a total of 5 and you have included a piece of length 2. So you have to subtract this 2 from 5. So 5 minus 2 is 3. And you have to go in the third column in the same row, and that is the profit for the remaining length, that is 7 here. So 5 plus 5 minus 2 is 3, so go in the third column and that is 7. So add 7. 5 plus 7 is 12. What is max? 12 is max out of 10 and 12. Let's go ahead. See, 3. 3 is greater than 1, so that will not affect. So directly copy the value from above cell. 3 is greater than 2, no effect, so copy the value from above cell. 3 is equal to 3. Now we have to apply the formula. Let's go ahead to apply the formula. Now see, we have come to the next row. So in our set, the allowed length is 0, 1, 2, 3. I will update the sets. Now and the values. So profit by excluding the new piece. Now for this cell, if you exclude the new piece, then the above cell value will come here, that is 7. And profit by including the new piece. When we include the new piece, that is of length 3, I have included. So the profit is 9 for that piece of length 3, plus the remaining length is, see, the remaining length to make 3 is 0. Okay, so you have to make a length of 0 by using allowed lengths 0, 1, 2, 3 to make a total length of 3. So now if you want to make a total length of 0, just go in the 0th column. So the 0th column is here for this row, so the profit is 0. So 9 plus 0. 9 plus 0 is 9. So what is max of 7 and 9? 9 is the maximum. So the profit is 9. In the next cell, you will understand it better now for this row. See, again for the next cell, I will just clean it. Yes. So by excluding the new piece, the value is from above cell, that is 10. Now by including the new piece, if you include this new piece of length 3 and you want to make a total of 4, then the remaining length is 1. Okay, and the profit for this piece of length 3 is 9, plus the remaining profit is, by using 0, 1, 2, 3, you want to make a piece, you want to make a length of 1. Okay, so what is the profit? So go in the first cell of the same row, that is 2, and add that profit 2. So 9 plus 2 is 11. What is maximum? 11 is maximum. Okay, go ahead for 5. Again exclude. So if you exclude this 12 and include, if you include 9 plus, see, I will not write all this now, we will just use the shortcuts. So 9 plus, by including the new coin, what is the remaining length? So if you include this piece of 3 to make a total of 5, what is the remaining length? 2. 2 is the remaining length, means 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Okay, so to make 2, you have to go in the same row in the second cell, the profit is 5. So see, 9 plus 5, 9 plus 5 is 14, that is the maximum. Out of 12 and 14, 14 is the maximum. So let's go to the next row. Now see, by using pieces of length 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to make 1. As 4 is greater than 1, copy the value from the above cell. 4 is greater than 2, copy the value from the above cell. 4 is greater than 3, copy the value from the above cell. 4 is equal to 4. Here you have to take the max. Now, by excluding the new piece, what is the profit? 11. That is the profit from the above cell. Now, by including the new piece, if you include this piece of length 4, the profit is 6. And the remaining length to make a total 4, by the remaining length is 0. Okay, so the profit will be 0. 6 plus 0 is 6. So 11 and 6, what is the max? 11 is max. See, here by excluding this new piece, the profit is maximum. By excluding the new piece, if you include the new piece, the profit reduces. So this is where this max helps us. Okay, now the finally 4 plus 1 will make a total of 5. This 5. So first, by excluding this, by excluding this 4, what is the profit? The profit from the above cell, that is 14, and by including this piece What is the profit? That is, if you include this piece, then first profit is 6 plus the remaining is 1. So go in the first cell, that is 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. So what is the max? 14 is the max. Yes. So this means this is the maximum profit, and now we will see which length pieces we have included. Means what is that set of pieces which have been included. See, you have to start at the end. This 14 has come from the above 14, which means you have excluded this new piece. You must remember, our maximum has come from the above cell, means we have done it by excluding that new piece. So 4 is not a part of that set. This set 4 is not there because we have excluded that piece. Now this 14 has not come from the above cell, okay, which means we have included this piece. So that is the piece. Now how this 14 has formed? Yes, we have included this piece of length 3, and when we include this piece of length 3, then the remaining length was 2. So in the same row, go to the second cell. So from this cell was calculated, right? Which means you have to now concentrate on this cell. See, this cell value has come from the above cell. Yes, so which means for getting the profit 5, we have not included the piece of length 3. So go ahead. So we go into the above cell. Now from the above cell, we can understand that we have included this piece of length 2, because this above cell does not come from the upper cell. Here is 4 and here is 5. So this cell value must be calculated from this coin, from this piece, okay. Now, so how this 5 was calculated? A piece of length 2 was taken to make a total length of 2. So the remaining length is 0, okay. So as the remaining length is 0, from this cell this cell was calculated, means 0 plus 5 was the answer. Now how this 0 has come? This 0 has come from above, so we have excluded that, and again we have excluded this from the above cell, and this 0 is hypothetical. So this means we can divide the rod of length 5 into pieces of length 3 and 2 to have maximum profit of 14. That is 3, 2, 5 plus 9 is 14. Here by mistake I had written 7, but actually this should be 9 here, that profit value. Hey friends, please subscribe to my channel as I post algorithm videos every day. And if you want a video on any particular topic, then please mention in the comment below. Thank you.